We tried making this part here out of a gelatin mold. Wasn't too pleased with how it came out, so we're gonna take, because that mold is reusable, so we're gonna take that and we're gonna microwave it down, and we're gonna change the recipe a little bit. We're gonna add a little bit of gelatin to it, but the first step is gonna be to microwave this, get all the gelatin in, and we're gonna actually double the gelatin from what the previous recipe was, which should be up on screen right now. So we'll be back in a flash with this all microwaved up and liquefied. Okay, so we microwaved that for about a minute, and now I'm just going to mix in. I've put the gelatin into some cold water, made sort of a paste because I didn't want to dilute it too much more. I'm just going to mix that in until it's all dissolved. When we mix that, so you've seen me make these before. This is just a dam. I've attached the original part down with some crazy glue. Something I did different this time is I've covered all the holes so that it won't actually go through on that. And then what we will do when once this we've poured this and it's set, we'll take this dam off and make a new dam on top. We're going to make it a 2-part squish mold. So we're just going to make sure that this is all nicely well blended. Mixing montage. So now let's pour it on in. Be careful if you're trying this at home, because this, after microwaving, is, well, hot. Hoping these clumps will sort of float to the top. Ooh. We'll let that set up, and then once that's dry, we'll come back and we'll demold it, flip it on over, and make the second part of the mold. Okay, so this is nice and firm now, so we're just going to demold this part. Should be as easy as breaking the tape seal. So looks like we had quite a bit of leak on that. That's all right. Reusable. Proven. What's out there? What's outside? Increasing the gelatin does seem to have given it a lot more strength, so that's a good thing. I still want to be careful with it because it is just gelatin after all. I'm going to take some of this Vaseline, and this works with silicone. I don't know if it's going to work here, but we will soon find out, and we're going to give a good coating to things we don't want it to stick to. So we're going to cover the whole face of everything, because really I'm just interested in the shape that it's going to make. I'm just using a wadded up paper towel to get into the corners here. Okay, so now that we've got that, the lid back on our Vaseline, we're going to make a dam. I do think we're going to have leakage because that tape doesn't seem to stick to the gelatin that well. But let's give it a shot. That might be a bit of an issue. We had some boil over by the looks of it, so I'm going to pour in what I can. Make sure we get over the part to start with. Okay, we're gonna let that set and see how we make out. Okay, so let's demold this. It's had time to set up. I don't know what the easiest way is going to be, so we'll just peel the tape back layer at a time. Shrek. Oh gosh, it's over. Let's see if we've got some separation at all. And we don't. So we're going to try cut this out. So we'll make it a single piece mold. That we can just push back together. The extra gelatin does seem to have helped here. Where's my knife? Doesn't help that this is all bubbly. Okay. Okay. Simple sense. Okay, we got it out. So now we need to mix up some resin. This actually came out pretty clean, so I have some high hopes for this. A lot of work for one piece, but let's see what we can do with it. Okay, I've got resin all mixed up here. Okay, so let's try get this in here. Okay, I'm gonna let that set for a little bit and then we'll see what it's like when that cures. Okay, we're back. This is mostly cured by the looks of it. So let's see what we got. As I said before, my hopes aren't high on this one. I don't think it's gonna work out, but that's the whole point. Try something new. You never know what you'll get. Stuck to everything. Okay, so let's pull that off. Okay. So we got some flashing. Expected that. It was a messy process. Okay, that's looking promising. Okay, so we do have a failure here. This is obviously not going to work because there's nothing there for it. So let's give it another try. Packing tape over top of here. Okay, we're having some slight issues here. As you can see, we've lost all the contents of our mold. So yeah, I'm gonna let that dry up and then I'm going to pour more in. And then we'll see if we can salvage this. I'm actually gonna go this way down. So I'm going to go like this. Slice that this way. Okay, so let's see if this worked out this time. I'm just gonna cut there. Well, maybe I can just pull that off. That goes, that's positive. I'm not too certain on that. So there's that part in the middle. Hopefully you can see. Maybe if I can get the part out. Okay. Okay, that's pretty darn good actually. So we got the flat. So we've got all of this shape without this. So now the trick is, can I get this off of the part without destroying it? Okay, so far so good. And if that'll come out of the part, oh my gosh, I think we actually have a viable mold. Okay. So it's not 100%, but well, that's pretty darn good. Okay, I got my resin all mixed up here, so we're just gonna pour it on in. Okay, I'm not gonna pour this all in here because I think I actually have too much, but I do need to make sure that I get it all over so it will not leave any air bubbles where there's not supposed to be bubbles. Because when I squish this down, it should push out. Okay, so it has come time. Let's see what we got here. Okay, actually, that's not horrible. It needs cleanup, needs some fixing. Okay, so after a closer look at the part, it does require a considerable amount of cleanup. more than I'm going to be able to do on this. I think the gelatin mold is a good thought for certain parts, but this is a pretty complex part. As much as it might not look like it, there's holes in it, there's hooks it needs to bend. So I think I need to revisit this with the silicone just to get the part out. So yeah, I love working with this gelatin. If you want to see how to make it, check out this video right here and have a great day.